Hello, quick tips for guys with Rebecca, and I might be petting my dog for part of this. So, what to say when you're asked the most common question, what do you do for a living? What are you studying? Super quick answer to that. Keep it brief, give a solid answer, and mainly focus on the why you do it or maybe what your next steps are going to be. So, I'm a computer programmer, and these are the languages I code, would be the wrong thing to say. I'm a programmer and I enjoy it because of the creativity or the people I get to meet or, getting to solve a problem. That would be a better solution to that question. Um, or I am a teacher and I love the kids or I love the challenge of dealing with the kids. Or I'm a teacher, but I'm getting a degree to move into ministry, or I'm a programmer moving into ministry, or I'm a programmer that wants to become a counselor, or whatever your next step is going to be, or whatever the joy is and the passion you have in what you're doing. That's better than the details. Don't spend too much time because you want to leave time to learn about her. Okay, next topic. Um, a great answer to pretty much anything you're asked. Again, always give a solid answer. I'll talk about that later with my coaching on for introverts. But solid answer pretty much means answer the question with a little bit of detail. Helps people know you're not afraid to talk. So what do you enjoy doing? I like to hike. Fair. I like to hike often in the greater Boston area, or I like to hike, fall and spring and do winter sports right now. That gives a little bit more detail. That shows you're comfortable making conversation, even if you don't say much else. The rest of the time, a few solid answers, shows you can hang in with a conversation and that pretty much a good listener otherwise. So, all right, give a solid answer when you're asked a question. But here's my tip. Um, when you answer, try to kind of leave two different facts about yourself, two different ways a conversation can go where possible for most questions you're asked. And the more different they are, the better. This is what I mean. I like to hike. I hike in this particular area of Massachusetts a lot. Good answer. Way better to say I like to hike, usually around here. But I really love hanging out with friends when I'm not hiking. Or I love sports, especially these teams. Fair answer. I love sports, especially these teams. But I'm really a foodie. I like to try different restaurants. Or I love to read historical fiction, science fiction, romance novels, whatever. Um, but I also really love volunteering. It's just great to mention more than one thing because it gives you twice as much of an opportunity for her to find something about you that she clicks with or relates to. Maybe she doesn't hike, but she loves your sports team. Maybe she doesn't like sports, but she likes to hang out with friends and try new restaurants. So again, it just gives more of a chance to have something in common, or at least more of a chance to ask a question, right? Maybe she knows nothing about sports and doesn't even know what to ask. But you mentioned you like to hike. Oh, she knows how to talk about that. It just keeps the conversation going. And my other favorite part about it, not only does it tell more of who you are, it shows off that you are not one dimensional. It shows off that there's more to you than a one sentence answer. So someone might want to stick around and find out more. Um, you know, most guys I know are completely amazing, deep people. If a girl asks you what you like and all you say is sports or all you talk about is sports because you're nervous or because you really like sports, she might, even if she likes sports, she might accidentally slide into the stereotype that, oh, he's just one of those sports guys, that's all he ever cares about, whatever. And that's probably not true about you at all. So just kind of show the broad depth of your different interests. And again, my other favorite part, let's say you say you love to hike and read a lot of fiction, and you like sports. Maybe she doesn't connect with any of that. But the fact that you're so broad and varied leaves her thinking, he's interested in so many different things. If I talk to him again, we might find something in common. Um, Again, just because you're giving the impression that you're multifaceted. Okay. Oh, gee whiz. What were the other tips for guys? I mean, I have a lot. Listening, right? My other favorite one with women. Okay. Again, a lot of guys I meet, they're actually good listeners, and that's important. But it's also kind of important for the woman to understand or to feel, to believe that you're listening. So a lot of guys I know listen by being quiet and listening, which is great in theory. That's the absolute right thing to do. But so many women are used to some guys being quiet and listening, but actually not hearing a thing she says, right? Or remembering it. Enough women have been burned by that, that for you to stand apart, for them to really see that you are a genuine listener, ask a follow up question. Super simple. So you ask her what she does for a living. She is a programmer. If you follow up with another question, wow, what type of languages or what aspect of programming are you in, or what got you interested in programming, or what do you like to do for fun after programming all day? Like any follow up question that shows evidence that you heard the first thing she said will actually be very meaningful to her, typically speaking, and also make you stand out from the rest of the guys she's talked to that night. And super duper points if you see her at a later event or the next day and you bring up, oh, how's your job going? The programming challenge you were working on, or did you ever go to that restaurant you were thinking of trying? Remembering anything she said a few days later is, again, a way to stand out. And I like to end a lot of these things with um, long-term relationship skills. Marriage, listening is one of the strongest, goes the distance in a marriage. There are very few women out there that do not deeply value having a husband who listens, remembers, supports, cares. Uh, Women feel a lot of love through people who will listen. So if you become a great listener, dating women, by all means, use those skills, harness that for the rest of your marriage. And that will help a whole lot for having a very happy wife. Talk to you later. Bye.